You know that was phony, I feel that. You said she was lonely, she loved Puerto Rico. You know that was phony, I feel that. You said she was lonely, she loved Puerto Rico. Where's it going? She loved Puerto Rico. You that. I'm finna tell y'all about the first fight I ever had. And this is about to just sound bad off the rip, cause it was at a Christian college, right? So let me just break it down. So I'm like 12, 13, and my church that I went to, it was this dude that I had knew, and his name was Jesse. So my grandma, his grandma was locked in. So they signed us up for this thing that the church had going on, and it was for the youth to experience. I think it was like 5 days to a week, but it was to experience going to a Christian college or whatever. So they signed us up, and they had made us roommates. So we get there, and everything was smooth, at first. And I remember the third night or whatever, it was some dudes that had got caught and had got kicked out because they had found some girls that was in their dorm or something like that. I'm like, bro, we 12, 13. I'm like, bro, why is y'all so bad? But anyways, so boom. So that kind of let me know that it might be some dudes that's yeah. But anyways though, so we get to our dorm and everything. So me and Jesse, bro, we vibed out, you feel me? Cause me and bro was already locked in. I ain't gonna lie, the only thing that we was missing was a game system, bro. That would have made that jump T for real, you feel me? Cause nigga, we young or whatever. But anyways, so Jesse had ended up knowing this short dude that was right across the hallway from us, cause it was the dorm rooms was set up, a narrow hallway, but each room was on the side. So he had ended up knowing this little short dude. I do not remember bro name. I don't remember bro name. But this is what I can remember though. I think our schedule was we would get up in the morning, and the first thing that we would do was of course go eat breakfast, and then we would go to I think a Bible study, and then we would do some type of activity, or they would walk us around and show us something in between that time, and then lunch would come around, and then after that it would be actual church, and then after actual church then it's dinner, and then it's go back to the dorm. And they used to have stuff outside in this big field. They used to have a whole bunch of games going on. They used to have competitions for gift cards, money, food, all that. I remember one night they had pizza. No. I remember one night it was so nasty. One night everybody was out there on the field, and everybody had got nasty because everybody was jumping in the mud, playing in the mud. So I'm seeing people walk back in the dorm room. I walked in the dorm, it was nothing but mud tracks and mud footsteps on the dorm floor. A dude had took his slide off or whatever and had nothing but mud on the bottom of his foot, so he scraped it on the floor and then put his slide back on his foot. I'm like, and then I went to the shower. Nothing but mud. I'm like, bro. But anyways, so yeah. So this particular day, I had went to go do the normal schedule, and some dudes who was, I guess you could say bad, you know what I'm saying? Some dudes who just ain't want to follow the rules, they stayed back and stuff, and they would just do whatever they wanted to do. They'll go walk around the campus, they'll stay in their dorm room, whatever they wanted to do. So all right, anyways, so yeah, so this particular day, I remember Jesse had decided to stay back. But I had ended up seeing him though, but he had showed up like late, so but I'm surprised he didn't get caught though, because they did used to take counts. So I don't know how he didn't get caught. But so yeah, so we had ended up getting back to the dorm room, and like it was the afternoon time, so like it's not nighttime or nothing like that. And I had ended up losing my key, so I couldn't get back in the room. So I'm standing outside looking stupid. So I'm waiting on like a staff to come in or something. Somebody that can help me call up there and get help. So Jesse ended up walking through the door, and then Jesse just mad, right? So he look at me, bro, like, bro, what you do? And then I'm like, man, bro, I lost my key. And then he immediately hit his face, bro. He said, bro, how you lose the key? So you feel me? I'm like, bro, my bad. You feel me? But anyway, so yeah, so then just out of nowhere, he tell me, he like, oh yeah, bro, my homie about to be sick, bro. My homie about to be mad. He ain't say sick because wasn't nobody saying sick back then. He like, oh yeah, bro, my homeboy across the hallway gonna be mad, bro, because there's snacks in our room. I'm like, why is snacks in our room? And then he was like, man, bro, he had stayed back with me earlier. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he had ended up getting the room unlocked or whatever. So time go by. So Jesse, he ended up leaving back out, but I had decided to stay back this time, because I'm like, bro, everybody else, bro, like, nigga, everybody else doing it. So I was being a follower, so I'm sitting on my bed, door wide open, and it's really nobody that's in there at the time. I could hear like a couple people, like a couple dudes that decided to stay back in their dorm, but it ain't really nobody in there. So the door across the hallway open, and it's Jesse, little homeboy. So like he step up in my doorway, and then he like, hey bro, where my snacks at, bro? And I'm like, what you mean where your snacks at? Now mind you, I'm on the bed and I was eating a bag of hot Cheetos. So I'm like, what you mean where your snacks at, bro? And then he like, man, bro, I had left my snacks in here earlier. And then I'm like, oh yeah, bro, Jesse did mention something like that to me. But I'm like, but I don't know where your stuff at though, because I won't in here when you left your stuff in here, and he didn't tell me where it was at. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't know, you feel me? So I'm just kind of telling him like, hey bro, I don't know, you feel me? But I'm not really explaining that to him, which I probably should have explained to him, but so he just getting mad, right? So he like, man, bro, stop playing, bro. Like, where my snacks at, bro? Like, I think you eating my hot Cheetos right now. And then I'm like, bro, these is my hot Cheetos, bro. Like, we eating, bro. Come on. So he get mad, right? So he got his fist balled up like this. So nigga, he like, you feel me? So what he do is he turn around, mad as hell, go back into his room, bro. I'm talking about he slammed the door. So I'm like, damn, you feel me? Like, what's wrong with little bro? And I kid y'all not, bro, this is on everything I love. I kid y'all not. Not even 45 seconds went by. Bro, I'm talking about little bro, he swung his door open. Mind you, I'm sitting on the bed eating my snacks. He running towards me with his fist ball. So you feel me? I'm sitting on the bed, and he tried to stick me. He almost got me, but I moved out the way just in time. Cause I'm like, bro, what's going on, bro? Like, are you serious? So I stand up, cause I'm about to get right. So me and little bro, we just throwing punches. Now mind you, I ain't really know how to fight. I had just moved to the hood, coming from the suburbs, so I'm still getting adjusted to what all of this is and stuff. You feel me? Not what all of this is, cause I'm not in the hood. I'm at a Christian college. But anyways, though. So yeah, so pretty much we not hitting nothing. So I think bro might have caught me like one time, and then I caught him maybe one time too, but we ain't really hit each other like that. But I remember, so I'm getting a little mad because I'm like, bro, is this dude really mad at me because he think that I'm eating his chips? So I low-key get mad, So I pick little bro up, and the sink was on the wall, so I sit bro in the sink, right? So I picked him up and put him in the sink, right? So he's sitting in the sink like this, mad as hell, bro. So he get out the seat, you feel me? Like, bro, I'm talking about he look up at me just like this. He like, So then, bro, I'm talking about he shoot back in the room, slam the door hard as fuck. I'm talking about he boom. I'm like, damn. But yeah, man, something was wrong with little bro. But that was my first ever like actual fight, though. You know, besides fighting in the hood for fun, slap boxing and stuff. But yeah, man, y'all boys stay tuned for more crazy stories, man.